Hello and welcome to the Stamp Camp. Today I'm going to show you how I made this all dressed up card. It is a different type of card. I'm not sure what you would call it. It has like a little step, so I don't know if it's called a center step card or just a funky fold card. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to show you how I did that. So we are going to start with a piece of basic gray cardstock that is cut 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to need our cutter. And if you notice on the cutter and the scoring blade and the cutting blade, it has that little point that sticks out. That is going to tell you where it's going to start cutting or scoring. So like if I have it at 3, it'll start cutting at 3, and if I bring it down to 6, it'll cut from 3 till 6. Same with the scoring blade. So that is a little tip. You're going to need to know that. I'm going to bring my basic gray in here at the 1-inch mark, and I'm going to score this from outside to the 1-inch mark. And then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go from 4 1/4 to 3 1/4. And then I'm going to slide this up to the 2-inch mark. Do the same thing. I'm coming in from the 4 1/4 and scoring it up to 3 1/4. Go to the top, come down 1 inch. So I'm coming to 1-inch mark and stopping. Gonna bring this over to 5 1/2, and I'm gonna have my score set at the 1 inch, and I'm gonna score from 1 inch to 3 1/4. 1 inch to 3 1/4. Open this up. I'm gonna put this at the 6 1/2 inch mark, and I'm going to score it outside to the 1 inch, bring it down here, and from the 4 1/4 up to 3 1/4. So now I have my score marks. You can't see it because of the dark color cardstock, but they are there. I have 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch in between here, and then 1 inch, 1 inch. I'm going to bring this in at 1 inch again. Gonna put my scoring blade this time at the 1 inch mark. And I'm gonna cut from 1 inch down to 6 1/2. And then the cutter has a 1 inch on this side, so I'm gonna put that at my 1 inch. Put my edge at the cardstock at 1 inch, and I'm going to come back up here to the 1 inch mark on my cutter, and I'm going to cut from 1 inch to 6 1/2. So now I have my cuts in there. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assemble it. I like to assemble my before I fold it up. It's just what I like to do. This is the Pool Party Designer Series paper, and it is 3/4 of an inch by 4 inches for this bottom piece. And then the sides, the two on the side, is 3/4 of an inch by 4 1/4. So I'm just centering this between my score lines. So my score lines are here. Centering it between. Dean, I need that piece of white that you ran through the Big Shot for me. And I am sticking the other one there, okay? And then I have a piece of white that comes in the middle, and this is cut 2 inches by 4 1/4, and then we ran it through the Big Shot with the dotted impressions folder. I'm gonna put some adhesive on that, and that is going to go, there's a score line here, so it's gonna be centered between that score line and the bottom. Just like that. Now the stamp set I use is called the All Dressed Up. It has the dress and a couple different sentiments. So what I did was I inked up the dress with the Versamark ink, stamped it, and then I used Pool Party embossing powder, and I embossed the dress in the Pool Party. Then I decorated it up with the pearls, tied Pool Party ribbon around, and I also frame cut this using the framelits. Along with the dress, I use the framelits. Now I'm going to get a couple of the dimensionals and stick them on the back. If you want to cut little pieces of dimensionals and put it down there, you can. I did on some of the cards I made, and on others I didn't. So there's that. Now we're going to go ahead and fold this up. What you're going to do is, this is going to be folded back away. If you want to do it that way, or like this. On those two edge score lines. It's really not that hard. I don't know why it's not cooperating with me. So you can see how it's going to fold. And you will want a bone folder, because once you get this all flattened out like this, you want to crease your edges with that bone folder and just make sure that everything is lined up. And then what I like to do is just pick up this flap here and run, I don't know, get a good angle, but on that crease there. So it sits like this. Then this is from the stamp set, Happy Birthday, Fashionably Late, but Worth the Wait. I took the gray marker and just did the Happy Birthday because that's all I wanted. Punched it out with the word window and matted it on to the gray. Put some dimensionals on here. And that's going to go right here in the front. And then you got to add a little bit more bling to it yet. Let's pick up a couple more pearls. Put one on each end here of the, oops, I didn't pick up the adhesive, it looks like. Put that, and then I want a string of pearls. So I'm going to go 5. So I cut it 5. And then if I go like this, I can pick up that whole string. And we're going to just put that around the top here. There we go. So there you have, oh, I did put a bigger pearl here at the bottom. I forgot about that. So like I said, I'm really not sure on what type of fold that's called, but there you go. Thanks for stopping by.